So I just finished Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, a game I was waiting for since I first heard about it like 2 years ago. I did at least avoid seeing too much about it before it released, and it finally dropped. Plus, it was free on the Game Pass, so I obviously was super stoked to play it and got to play it for free, well, at least with Game Pass. So today, I wanted to go over my experience with the game and give you my personal opinion to see if maybe you wanted to give it a try. And since I have your attention, if you could give this video a like and think about subscribing to see more of what I've done and what's to come, I'd greatly appreciate it. Yes, this video is super duper late, but you know how the holidays go. Either way, we in it. With all that being said, let's go over Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. The first thing I gotta talk about is, of course, the gameplay. While it's nothing groundbreaking, most features in the game work really well, such as traversal, getting from point A to B with small parkour elements and Indy's signature whip to help you get around, which does come in handy on more than one occasion. It feels good once you get the hang of it. I guess my only complaint would be that it is a little slow. Indy feels like a tank at times, which does make it feel a little real. It's got a lot of weight to it, and I can appreciate that. But then there's stuff like combat, which really irked me on multiple occasions. I definitely wasn't a fan of the combat in this game, especially the shooting, which feels a little janky. But most of the time, though, you probably want to avoid gunfights that can get a little hectic. As for hand-to-hand combat, it's give or take. Sometimes these NPCs just be straight cheesing. Most of the time, it's not too much trouble in most cases. Though, again, it's probably best to just stay hidden in general, if you can. Though, the NPCs, or the enemy NPCs, have eyes like a fucking hawk, which was annoying, but a nice little challenge. I don't really know what it's like on an easier difficulty, as I just played it on normal, but in general, the NPCs be doing the most. But it feels fairly real, I guess, and relatively grounded, because there is stuff in this game that's obviously over the top. Now, to kind of wrap up this section on gameplay, we're going to talk about the menus and kind of tools, which are crucial to the adventure. Getting equipment along the way, like a camera, which can help give you hints on puzzles and award you adventure points, which you can use to upgrade Indy's attributes, like more damage from one-handed weapons or one-handed firearms and more health and etc. Then there's a lighter, which does what a lighter would do, and it works really well. And a rebreather, which helps you stay underwater just a little longer before you suffocate and die. And anything you collect along the way, or at least on the adventure, is kept in your journal, to help you keep track of missions and even side quests, which is nice all in all. So in general, the gameplay is super solid in most areas. In terms of exploration and stealth, it all works great. Combat is not too good, but it's at least passable. As for the main reason I was stoked on this game is the story. Now, there's definitely going to be some spoilers for the story, possibly, so if you haven't played Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, I do actually recommend you give it a shot. It's available now on Game Pass for free, so if you have Game Pass, definitely go check it out. But anyways, with warnings out the way, the game starts after a little tutorial teaching you some basic shit to do, going back to some classic Indiana Jones shit, but it was all a dream. And we wake up and it's a year after that specific adventure that we were having like a dream about that Indy went on, and he wakes up in his office at the university he works at in Connecticut to some noise downstairs. So we check it out and holy shit, is that Tony Todd? Hell yeah. I actually didn't see that coming. R.I.P. But anyways, we find him doing some spooky chanting shit, and we fight him, only to be knocked out because this dude is fucking huge. And we wake up to get right down to business, looking for what Tony Todd stole. After some light investigating, we find out that he stole a cat mummy, and we track Tony Todd's character to the Vatican in Italy, and our journey begins, basically. So we go to various locations to find basically the Great Circles, what it ends up being. Going to Italy, like the Vatican, like I just mentioned. Egypt with the Pyramids of Giza, the Himalayas, all over Asia and Iraq. Going on this wild journey with wild moments, like going up against some blind, undead, giant-looking mofo. And Indiana Jones's favorite animal, a giant fucking snake, which I hated every second of this mission, by the way. Snakes are not the way. And that's not mentioning the awesome set pieces like the tombs and temples that you get to trek through. making these classic movies really come to life, where you get to be Dr. Indiana Jones, and it's honestly fucking awesome. While I do want to do a breakdown of the entire story, there's a lot going on, and it would take forever. Plus, I should probably play it at least one more time before I try doing that. But if you wanted me to do a video about all that, let me know in the comments below. Anyways, the story and set pieces really do make this game, and it kept me hooked the whole way through. It felt like being in an Indiana Jones movie, and that's all I ever really wanted this game to do. I was worried at first, as Harrison Ford wasn't going to do the voice of his iconic character. It helped that they used his likeness and whatnot, but what really helped is that they got the legendary Troy Baker to take on the voice, and he did a wonderful job. To be honest, I didn't even know it was him, because I actually didn't know he was in this game. I didn't know it was him until like almost 2 hours into the game, and he just did an amazing job, as well as the rest of the cast. The story and adventure is where the game shines. Accompanied by a great soundtrack, this game really does the damn thing, and quickly became one of my favorite games from this year, and I honestly didn't expect that. While the story is awesome and the places we go are super dope, the gameplay does piss me off some of the time. Mainly just the combat, fucking up the experience a little bit at times. It really does work well enough though. But it does have moments. The acting by all the characters in the game, fire. The soundtrack, awesome. The story, great. The villain, even, which is I think is a big part in an Indiana Jones movie, is fairly decent. The gameplay is give or take though. All in all, it's a great time, and out of 10, if I had to rate it, which I'm obviously going to do, I think I'm going to give it, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. The gameplay does take it down a leg, but overall, if you're a fan of the movies, or even just adventure games, you definitely have to give this game a shot. The story is worth it, and in each area you go, there's even mysteries to solve and stuff, little side quests that you can go to do more stuff, and they're mostly not some bullshit side quests. There is some good fun to have. All in all, I think it's a really good time, so definitely do yourself a favor and try Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. You gotta give it a try. But if you have played this game already, what do you think? Do you love it? Hate it? Let me know in the comments below. Let's talk Indiana Jones. But anyways, if you made it this far in the video, thank you. You're awesome. This is all I got for you today, but before you go, if you like what you saw, be sure to share, like, and subscribe to see more of what I've done and what's to come. Support the channel. I'd definitely love to have you. But anyways, do the things. Have a great day. Thanks for coming, and thanks for watching. And if this video comes out at the right time, Happy New Year.